We've had a lot of fun with General Greenback and the Frugality Force. We've taken on the sinister swindle syndicate, and we've just about got them licked. We'll finish this book today, make significant progress in Zodiac Save with the Stars, and finish up with the life of a creator. All I need is a little luck, and you. If you're ready, let's go. Welcome back to Ready Budget Go. My name is Drew, and here on this channel we talk about household budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. On Wednesdays, I use these savings challenge books to put money toward my Roth IRA. And we're just about done with General Greenback. We will finish that one today. I don't think we'll finish Zodiac Save with the Stars. We might need one more week in this book, but we'll make some more progress. And then we'll finish up with the life of a creator. What I've been doing is I've been putting about $50 into the General, $50 into Zodiac, and $100 into the life of a creator. Give or take, because they're scratch challenges, roll challenges, so rarely do I hit the number exactly. And with General Greenback, we're saving whatever the last page tells us we have left to save. I'm also $4 over from game night on Monday, but ultimately the goal is between Monday's game night games and Wednesday's savings challenge books to put $300 toward my Roth IRA. So we'll see how close we get this week and how far we go over, because we probably will. But let's get started with General Greenback, and I'm just going to put the other two aside. So we're on the last challenge, but because this is our last time in this book, I just want to give one more retrospective. So we started with Welcome Hero, where we met General Greenback, and he told us all about the Swindle Syndicate and the villains that were trying to steal everybody's savings. Then we met Lord Larceny, who is the head of the Swindle Syndicate, and he taunted us a little bit. Then we were introduced to Gold Shield, who is General Greenback's right-hand man, his number one sidekick. And then we met Counterfeiter, who's one of the villains. Then Penny Protector, another one of the heroes. Misfortune, another villain. Fundraiser, a hero. The Loan Shark, a villain. Prosperity Man, a hero. The Ponzi Pirate, a villain. The Vault, a hero. And lastly, Overdraft, a villain. Excuse me. Then once we met all the heroes and villains, General Greenback came back and said there was trouble ahead and we needed to prepare ourselves to take on Lord Larceny himself in the final battle, which we did here. And then we finished that battle and we made it onto the team. So this is our reward. This is the last savings challenge in the book. It is a $100 scratch and save. I already got several of them scratched last week. So I need, before I get started, I know I'm going to finish this, so I need a challenge completed sticker. And I think I put them away last week. So let me just quickly see if I can find those. There they are. Okay, so I've got those out and ready to go, because I will probably need them for Zodiac as well, and maybe even the life of a creator. We'll see. But let's get to scratching and let's see how much this last page has left to save on it. So we've got $4. Didn't open this up yet, so 2 and 4. And then we come down here, and that's 15. So a 10 and a 5. And 14. So a 10 and 2 more 2s. 11, 10 and 1. And the last one down here is $3. 2 and 1. So let me get this page cleaned up. From all of the scratcher shavings. Okay. Set the coin to the side. We will put on a challenge completed sticker on this page. How about we do it right here? I don't want to cover up too much of the badge because we earned that badge. And then I'm going to go back to the cover and I'm going to stick another one on because we finished the entire book. and that is quite an achievement. So I'm going to set this aside. Then what I will do is consolidate all of this cash. Well, it's, play money. I've explained before that I use play money for these savings challenge books and games because all of the money goes to my Roth IRA anyway. So there's no point in taking it all out of the bank, putting it in envelopes only to take it back to the bank to put into my Roth IRA. Okay, so this week we've got 10, 20, 30, 35, 37, 39, 41, 43, 45, 46, and 47. And I think we did save 53 in here last week, so that is correct because that was a $100 challenge. So I am going to put all of this, well, not all of this, I will keep a 5 and a 2, and I'll put everything else back and grab two 20s. So give me just one sec here. Okay. All right. So $47, and we'll put that into the General Greenback envelope. I will consolidate or condense the envelope at the end so we can see exactly how much General Greenback saved us. Your mileage will vary with this Savings Challenge book because there are roll and saves in here that make it variable. But that is it for the General. So I'll get out the Zodiac book and we'll start saving in there next. Okay, here we are with Zodiac Save with the Stars, but before I get started with this, I do just want to mention that if you'd like your own copy of General Greenback and the Frugality Force, it's available on my Etsy shop. It is Ready Budget Go, and a link to the Etsy shop is down in the description. Zodiac Save with the Stars is also one that I created. It's also available on my Etsy shop. Again, it's Ready Budget Go. And if you haven't seen this one before, this is a series of 12 different spreads of the various signs of the Zodiac, and we go through each of them. Each one has a scratch-off challenge on the left where the numbers 1 through 9 each appear exactly once, and on the right there are two color and save challenges, and these can be whatever you like. I have done the top symbol as a D8 roll, the bottom symbol as a D12 roll, so the amounts vary, and your mileage will vary with this book as well, just because of the variation in whatever you decide the symbols should be. So that is all of the spreads. We've done quite a few of them already. So in previous weeks, I've been rolling to see which one we do, and then rolling to determine which challenge we do from that spread. But I think this week we're just going to go in order, and we'll keep going until we get to about 50 bucks, and then we will stop there. So let's go to the first one that has availability. So we've got Taurus, we've got one scratch and two D12 rolls. So let's do the scratch first. That is going to be $4. Okay. So 2 and 4. And then let me get out my blue pen here and the D12 and the dice box. Okay, so we've got $1 and $4. So $5 more. And we'll mark these off. I won't mark them off completely. I'll do that offline just because it takes a while. For me, I'm not the best at coloring, filling in, anything like that. I go outside the lines and it just doesn't look very good. But Taurus now gets challenge completed. We'll move on to Gemini, which is already done. Now we've got Cancer. Here we've got 3 scratches and 2 D12 rolls. So let's get out the scratch tool. There it is. I knew it was around here somewhere. So we've got, oh, that's an 8. Okay, $8. And $3, so we're at 11. And $1, so that's 12. Let's clean this up here. Okay, so 10 and 12. And then let's do a couple of D12 rolls. So 1 and 1. All right. So the D12 is being very kind to us. We'll make lots of progress here. So again, I'm just going to give these a quick mark. And we'll put challenge completed on Cancer. Like I say, I don't think we'll make it all the way through the book. Although if we keep rolling ones for all these dice rolls, we very well may. Okay, Leo's already done. Virgo has quite a few. It's got D8s and D12s. So this is probably the last one we'll do, depending on how these roll. Before we do that, though, let me just consolidate here a little bit. 10, 15, 17, 19, 21. So I'm going to put all of this back and take out 21, just so I keep track of where we are. Okay, so let's roll the D8 first. So we've got a 6. The D8's not as nice as the D12. A 2, so we're up to 8, and a 5, so 13. So 10. I'll put this 2 back and grab a 5. Okay, so that is all of the D8s. And let's hope the D12 stays kind. So we're at 36. Roll the D12. A 7. And a 10. So that's going to do it. So I'm just going to mark off 2 of these. So we won't finish this challenge just yet. We'll take out $17. 10, 15, 17. Okay. So now we've got what's left here. We've got 2 D8 rolls on Sagittarius, 2 scratches, 1 D8 and 3 D12s on Capricorn, 3 D8s on Aquarius, 2 D8s and 2 D12s on Pisces. So because we won't be doing General Greenback next week, because that one's done, I will just finish Zodiac next week with whatever it takes, and then the balance will go into the life of a creator. But for now, let's close this book up. We'll count up the money here and consolidate or condense. So 20, 30, 40, 53. Okay. So 20, 30, 40, 50. And we'll take out a 50. It's $53 going into Zodiac. And we had 47 on General Greenback. So between these two, we've put in 100, which means we're still $4 over from game night. So we will put $96, at least $96, into the life of a creator. I'll get that book out and we'll start with those challenges next. Okay, we're back with The Life of a Creator. This is a collaboration savings challenge book that was put together by Marlene over at Snowgardener 307. I'll have a link to her website down in the description below where you can get your own copy of the book if you'd like. When you order this book, you also get these 7 dice. You get a D4, a D6, a D8, 2 D10s, a D12, and a D20. Excuse me, the color of the dice that you get will be random. I didn't pick this color, but it's just fine with me. So all of these challenges in here were done by 26 different creators, including Marlene and me. So it's her, I, and 24 other people. And we've just been going through and completing them as we can. Some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. So let's see where we left off. Well, actually, before we see where we left off, we're going to start, as we always do, at the very back page with the Booty Bank. This is by Liz and Les, and this one is one of my favorites in the book, but it's also one of the longest. So I need to see where I left off. So the last color I had was purple, and it looks like I left off on number 5. I think so. So I am going to roll the d6 and we'll see where we go from there. And the reason why I always start with this is because it's long. I want to make sure that I'm playing it each and every week. And so I will play it at the start, and then I'll also play it as it comes up organically. Also, when we get into the high rent district, I want to make sure that I play it first so that I know there's enough money to play it. So let's give it a roll here. So we've got 5. And we're only counting the ones that are not already marked. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that puts us on 12. So let me mark off 12 here. Okay, and I'll set aside $12. Okay, and we will go to where we left off. So I put a marker in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so we did, oops, this one fell out. This one lost its paper clip. Let me get this clip back in. Just one sec here. Sorry about that. No idea what happened to that paper clip. I'll probably find it on the floor at some point. Okay, so we did this at the end of last week. So now we're on Bug Out, and we're going to finish Bug Out. This is by Renee over at Reinventing Renee or Budget Nerd Co. on Etsy. And we've got one more leg to do. I'm not rolling the dice anymore because this is the only thing left. So it's going to be a $3 leg. So let's check it off and fill it in. And there is our insect. And $3, so I'll put 2 back and take out a 5. And this challenge now gets a challenge completed sticker. Okay, next up we have exercise. I thought you said extra fries. This is by Lindsay at Boy Mom Loves to Save. And this one there are 4 left, so I'll roll a d4 and that'll tell us which one to scratch. Got number 2, so 1, 2. We'll go right here. This is a treadmill. Now, down here at the bottom, Lindsay has suggested amounts, but she also had blanks so that you can decide if you want a different amount, what that will be. So I am using her amounts, and I'm going to save $3. So a 2 and a 1, and we'll go on to the next page. Okay, this is a roll and save challenge, and I wasn't too imaginative with all of these different amounts. I just said they are what the dice are. So let's give it a roll. So we've got a 4, which is yellow, and we do have yellow available. So let's mark it off here. And take out, let's see, I'm going to put back 16 and take out a 20. So 10, 15, 16, take out a 20. Okay, we'll move on. Oh, this one was by Thrifty Sew Shop. Next up, we've finished this challenge. And I've already talked about the ones that we've finished several times, so I'm just going to blow by them as we pass them. This is A Little of It All, and we're finishing this challenge today. And we're going to save $4 again. 4 might be the number of the day, which is a good number to have for the number of the day, because that means, put 2 back, grab a 5 and a 1, that means with a low number that we get to play a lot more challenges. And this one gets a challenge completed sticker. These challenge completed stickers are mine. You can get them in my Etsy shop. Okay, we finished the match day challenge. We finished this challenge and this challenge, this challenge. So now we're on Seek Balance, Not Perfection. This is by Budget with Carly. We've done all the scratches, so now we're on to the rolls. We have 3 more left, and it looks like I was rolling a d8 here, or at least I assume a d8, because that was the highest number I rolled. I could have been rolling a d20 for all I know, but I didn't write it down, so we're doing the d8. Okay, 7. So let's write that up here. And I'll put back 5 and take out 12. Okay, we've got 2 more rolls left on this challenge before it is complete. Next is 25 to Thrive. This is by, I always have to look, Taylor Louise. So the habit that I'm tracking here, because this is a habit tracker challenge, is that every time I come to this challenge, I'm saving $5. So I'm just going to check off another cloud and take out a 5. And we'll move on to the next one. Okay, we've already finished this one. Now we're on the $50 plus dice roll. This is by pinkycloth.co. It says save up each dice. If you decide to roll, save that total amount. This cute challenge should have you saving over $50 plus in no time. So the way that I've been doing this is I'm rolling a d6. If it's a number that's available here, then I'm just crossing it off and saving that amount. If not, then I'm using one of these boxes. So let's give it a roll and see what we get today. So we got a 6, and we do have a 6 available. So let's cross that off. I will put back 16 and take out 22. 10, 15, 16, 22. Okay, so we're up to 44 so far, so that's good. Now we're on Save to Sync, Donna Bauer by Creativity. We've got low numbers left to color in, so I think I'll do a scratch this week. And this is a 2. Darn it, I thought it was going to be another 4. But still a low number, which means we've got more money to play with. So we'll put back 4 and take out 6. 5 and 6. So we've got 2 more scratches and 2 colors left here. So we'll move on. This is the Rock and Roll Queen. This is a dice game. So we did the D20, we've done the D8s, now we're on the D6s. So let's give this a roll, and we've got a 1, just like we had last time. So I'll put back a 1 and take a 2. So I like that the lower the denomination of the dice, the more times you have to roll it. So we only had to roll the D20 5 times, the D8 6 times, D6 9 times, and the D4 12 times. That also means that we'll have this challenge going for a really long time because of how many trips through the book it'll take to finish. All right, next we're on to my challenge, and this is Buster's Bangin' Burger Bar. And at Buster's Bangin' Burger Bar, you are building your own ultimate burger. So you've got a patty here for $5, and this could be a meatless patty, it could be beef, it could be turkey, whatever you want. And you've also got a bun, could be gluten-free, for $2. And then for every ingredient, if you want it on your burger, you color it in and save $1. If you don't want it on your burger, you cross it out, but you save $3 for wasting food. So here we are on bacon, and I am going to assume that this is turkey bacon, which is my preference. And I'm going to say, yes, we absolutely want that on our burger, or I want it on my burger anyway. So I'm going to color it in here really badly. And then I will save $1. Okay. And we'll move on to the next challenge. So we finished this one. Now we're on the Counting Sheep challenge. And just like always, I have forgotten to take the stickers out of the envelope in the book. Shame on me. So let's grab them here. So there's 2 challenges in this book that require stickers, and this is one of them. This is by Budget with IRA. And I've got 5 sheep left, and each sheep I'm saving $5. So this sheep is going to go down here. Actually, I take that back. This sheep is going to go right here. Okay, and we'll save $5. And I think that's enough to grab a 50. Let's see. Yep, it is. So 40, 50. We'll take out a 50. Okay. Set those aside and we'll move on. Okay, we've done the Christmas word search. Now we're on to Janelle. And we've got one more scratch here. Oh, good, a number. $5. I was terrified it was going to be another bonus because the bonuses have bit me on this challenge. But that's okay. It just means I save more money. So now all we have left are roll and saves. I'll be rolling a d20 next time we come back to this challenge. So going on from here, now we are at Danny Craft Co Budgets. This is a forest fantasy challenge. And I've been working on the small stickers. It's $55, numbers 1 through 5. So small, accessible, easily doable. Let's go here. And there we've got our 4 again. Perfect. So let me clean this up. And I will put back 6 and take out 10. So we're at 62 so far. Okay, moving on. So now we've gotten to the booty bank organically. So we were on 12. So let's roll that d6. And we got 1. So we're going to 14. We'll mark off 14. And what can I do here? 14 plus 12 is 26. So I'm going to put back 12 and take out 26. 20, whoops, 25, 26. So we're at $76. I already marked off the 14. Okay, so now we're back to the front. There was a challenge under here called Let's Get Rollin'. That was by Marlene, and we already finished that. So now I'm doing this scratch and save challenge that she gave me for Christmas last year. And I've got 7 left to roll here, but there's some on here that I'm saving for last. So I think I'm just going to finish going across the top here. We'll scratch the next one. $1. Okay. So you won't get this challenge if you order the book, but I just put it in here so that I could make the book last longer. Okay, now we're on to Georgette. This is by Shannon at 307 Design Studio, who is Marlene's sister-in-law. And I am doing $5 per sticker, because some of them already have numbers on them and some of them don't, you are able to use either one set or the other or both. So I'm using both. So I'm going to mark $5 on here. And I am going to put this, I think I'm going to put this on her hip, right about there. So I'll take 5 back and grab a 10. Okay, so we're up to 82. Now we're on the Birds and the Bees challenge. This is a collab within a collab between Mischief Managed Budgets and Champagne's Corner. And I didn't take this out. Oh, goodness. Okay. So I'm starting here, rolling a d6, and then whatever we land on is what we do. And I got 2. So 1, 2, back 2, 1, 2, any amount. So let's do $3, because that will allow me to swap the, or not swap, but put these 2 back and take out a 5. Okay. So we're now up to $85, so we've got $11 more to save, and we've made it all the way through the book. So now we're back to exercise. I thought you said extra fries. There's 3 left to scratch, and I'm just going to go down here. Got another treadmill, so that's going to be another $3. Okay, a 2 and a 3. All right. Next. Now we're back to Thrifty Sew Shop, the Roll and Save Challenge. Let's get the D6 and let's see what we roll. We've got a 2, which is orange. We don't have any more orange. Let's roll again. A 5, which is pink. We don't have any more pink. Roll again. A 3, which is purple. We don't have any more of that. Okay, what do we have? We have 2 blues left, and they're $6 each. So let's just mark it instead of rolling. I should have looked for that first. Okay. So for 6, I'm going to put back 15 and grab 21. So we're now up to 94. So we've got $2 left to save. What can we do for $2? Let's see here. Finished, finished, finished. Finished, finished, finished. Oh, we got to roll a d8. Okay, d8, be nice to us. If it goes over, that's okay. But maybe it'll be nice. A 1. Okay, well, it was nice. So $1. So we have $1 left to save. I do want to get at least 300, but if it goes a little over, that's okay. But it's got to be at least 300. And now we're at 25 to thrive. That's okay. I don't mind finishing up on this challenge. We will be a little bit over by $4 this week. So let's put in a 5. So we will put $304 into the Roth IRA. And let's see where we're going to start next week. Well, we'll start with the booty bank, as we always do. So we will go to the $50 plus dice roll after we do the booty bank next week. So that is all set up and ready to go. Close up the book. Let me see if I can consolidate anything here. Oh yeah, I can. 20, 50, 70, 90. Oh, I can get 100. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, okay. So I will just take out a 100. Actually, I'm going to grab a 100 placeholder. Well, even though prop money is all placeholders, I'm going to grab one of these. Put all this back. All the 1s and a 2. Okay. Close that up. Put away the dice. I'll grab the stickers and the binder. $100 placeholder going in, and the stickers. So come back in just 1 sec, and we'll do a condensing for the 3 envelopes that we used today. We'll also get the grand total for General Greenback, and I'll talk about what we're going to do next week. So come on back for that. Okay, let's condense these envelopes. So, starting with the life of a creator, pull everything out, including the thing I'm using as a dashboard and the stickers here. So in the life of a creator, we now have 1,000, 500, 600, 700, 800, 810, 812, 813. And I am going to swap this 100 for, do I have another placeholder? Do I? I don't. Okay, so I am going to leave this 100 in here. That's fine. I'll probably get to pull one out of General Greenback, but let's just see. So we'll take these in the front, and these two in the back. Okay, on to Zodiac Save with the Stars. So now in here we have 1,000, 500, 600, 700, 750, 800, 820, 830, 832, 34, 36, 37. So I will take these back for a 5. And I'll swap those 250s for 100. So 1800, 20, 35, 37 is what we have in Zodiac. So that should be close to $2,000 when we get it done based on how we did it. Again, your mileage will vary based on what you make the color in saves. And then let's get a final total for General Greenback and the Frugality Force. So General Greenback and his team of superheroes has saved us 1,000, 500, 600, 700, 50, 70, 90, 1,800, and 25, 27, 28. $1,828. So that is a significant portion of what I put into my Roth IRA for this year. So let's consolidate what we can. So this will mean another 100, 50, 2 20s, and a 10. So another 100. And that's all we can do. Okay. So $1,828. Again, because there are roll-in saves, your mileage will vary. So that is all of the envelopes consolidated for this week. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you've been here for the entire journey with General Greenback and the Frugality Force. I'm incredibly proud of that Savings Challenge book. If you'd like your own copy, it's available on my Etsy shop, linked down in the description. You can also find Zodiac Save with the Stars and many other savings challenges and budgeting tools there. Yeah, I'm super proud of that. So next week we will finish Zodiac Save with the Stars. Then we'll see how much progress we can make in the life of a creator. Once Zodiac is done, I will have a different. I'll be making some changes because I've got the next thing that I'm going to do for putting toward my big goals is something that's a little bit different. So it's going to be an activity, and I will do a voiceover with sort of my history and philosophy with budgeting and how I got to this point in my budgeting and savings journey. And I hope that you'll come back and join me for that, and that will be interesting to you. So next week will be almost as normal, just finishing up Zodiac. Week after that, there will be a difference with budgeting story, and we'll keep working on the life of a creator till we finish it. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you back. And leave me a comment down below so that I know you were here. Until I see you in the next one, take care.